Your body thrives when it's in balance. When hormones are imbalanced, your body is forced to adapt, and this compensation results in the painful or inconvenient symptoms that women so frequently experience throughout their cycle. One of the biggest forms of imbalance is estrogen dominance. In this video, we are going to talk about what estrogen dominance is and what it looks like so you can spot it in your own body. I'm Bridget Tyler. I'm a holistic health coach and I'm a childbirth educator, and I'm so glad you're here. Let's jump in. When most women hear estrogen dominance, they think, oh, I must have too much estrogen. And while that can happen, estrogen dominance doesn't always mean estrogen itself is high. Estrogen dominance simply means that estrogen has become too high relative to progesterone. Think of estrogen and progesterone as a seesaw. Estrogen is the builder. Its job is to help mature follicles, build the uterine lining, create fertile cervical fluid, support skin health, bone health, brain function, and more. We need estrogen. But progesterone acts like the balancing force. It's on the other side of that seesaw. Progesterone stabilizes. So while estrogen enables cells to divide and grow, progesterone calms the effects of estrogen and prevents that growth from getting out of control. So we need both on each side of the seesaw, creating balance. And when progesterone isn't strong enough or estrogen becomes disproportionately high, that balance is going to shift. And that's when symptoms begin appearing in the body. Some symptoms of estrogen dominance are heavy painful periods, spotting before your period, really strong PMS, breast tenderness, headaches before or during your period, bloating, difficulty getting pregnant, endometriosis, and more. Now, none of these symptoms automatically means estrogen dominance, but if you're seeing several of these symptoms together, then it usually is a clue that your body needs some kind of support with estrogen and progesterone in the seesaw that they are on. Now, most of the time, women are going to think, I have too much estrogen. How do I get rid of it? But the better question is, how can I support progesterone more to balance out the estrogen-progesterone seesaw? And the number one way you do this is to support ovulation. The majority of progesterone is produced solely because ovulation happens. If ovulation is weak, if it's delayed, or if it's skipped altogether, progesterone stays low. So to support ovulation, you need to take into account three things: your stress, your inflammation, and your sleep. Under chronic stress, your nervous system says we are facing a threat. Now's not a good time for making, growing, and taking care of a baby. So it dials down the processes that drive ovulation. When your body is inflamed, your body says we're wounded, so we need to heal first before we can think about making, growing, and taking care of a baby. So your body, again, dials down the processes that drive ovulation. And when it comes to inflammation, one of the first places I look is the gut, because your gut houses so much of the immune system. So when there is inflammation because of unmanaged food allergies or sensitivities or leaky gut or bacterial overgrowth, the immune system stays on all the time and creates inflammation locally in the gut as well as systemically throughout the whole body, which can show up as low progesterone and estrogen dominance. And then lastly, when you're not sleeping well, when you're staying up late, when you're getting mistimed light signals like bright light at night and not enough real light during the day, your hormones are confused and they can't signal when to start and progress the processes that drive ovulation. And all of these things contribute to poor ovulation, lower progesterone levels, and therefore higher estrogen levels. The number 2 way to tackle estrogen dominance is to support your body's ability to detox it. You do this through gut support. If gut health is poor, constipation is present, or the microbiome is imbalanced, estrogen can recirculate instead of leaving, and this is going to result in those symptoms that show up alongside estrogen dominance. When women struggle with period problems or fertility issues, they so often treat them as isolated reproductive issues, when more often than not, they are manifestations of upstream systems that aren't optimally functioning and creating trickle-down problems. In the Holistic Womanhood course, we walk through the 5 systems of your body and what to remove from them causing dysregulation and what to replace in those systems so your body can be balanced and truly flourish. If you want to go more in depth about your cycle and your period problems, I have a free class for you that helps you understand what your period should look like, the root causes of the 5 most common period complaints, and what you can implement today that will treat not just the symptoms, but the root causes. And that's linked here on the screen and down below as well. If you are sitting here thinking, okay, I might have some estrogen dominance going on, know that you can start supporting balance today. And when you do, you're going to see healing in not just your period, but your whole body. So thanks for being with me in this video, and I will see you in the next one.